right, truth seekers. It is Friday night, and I want to wish you here to Why the Big Secret. I'm Roderick Martin, and I will be hosting this for you tonight. And one of the things that we're going to be doing, it's been a while since I've been here, so let me first kick this thing off. You could have been anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be right here, right now. And with that being said, I'm going to serve you. First, let me give you a little background information. I'm located in the Jumbo State. That's where those UFOs come out to play. It is a Texas thing, y'all. So I do this moment, and I bid you good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the 24 time zones that this show may join. And we got a great conversation for you tonight. We're going to talk about the Annunaki. We're going to go on a journey. We're going to learn some things together. And I hope that you are prepared to get into the conversation. So it's been a long week. Once again, have been here live streaming tonight, but Friday nights is about to go back into effect. And we're going to be here on Fridays giving you some great information. If you're listening to us from Clubhouse Live right now, we're live on YouTube as well at Why the Big Secret YouTube channel. So, all right, so we're going to set things in motion. And once again, I'm going to be interacting with the audience tonight because we can do that here on our channel. And so, again, I just want to welcome you being here right now. Okay, so here's the deal. I got a few questions. I got a few things we're going to talk about when it comes down to what we're doing here. And once again, the discussion is about the Annunaki. It's going to be literally, why were they here? What was the reasons that they actually come outside of what the stories that we think we knew already, right? Most people feel that they could be the people who created us, or they was here to help mankind, or mining for gold, and it could be all sorts of reasons. So tonight we're going to test your knowledge. Yes, you, the audience, the truth seekers, and you're going to participate in the conversation. And so we're going to bring some things up here. So I'll be looking back and forth here to some of the comments in here as well. And I'll get some of the, Why the Big Secret crew up here in a little bit with us. And so I'll send out some links to, if Nicole or Mateo, one of them is around, and we'll bring them into the conversation as well. So there we go. I got my little food and icing. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, so that goes with the makeup artist right there. So first of all, post in the comments right now. And if you new here to Why the Big Secret and you're a new truth seeker, let me know. Post in the comments and I'll give you a shout out as well as everyone else. Greatness from Canadian Awareness, my man Anthony. As y'all know, we're going to be doing a lot of great things here on the channel. He's going to lay some stuff out, and so that's going to be pretty good from there. So once again, if you are listening to us from Clubhouse, we are live on YouTube right as we speak right now. And so we're going to get deep tonight, y'all. We're going to get really deep. But the best part about this conversation is that you're going to be able to follow along with the conversation. You're going to be able to really give your input in this conversation and where we're going to be going. So, all right. Like I said, if you're in the audience, if we haven't been here in a while, if you want to say welcome, Roderick, hello, I'm going to throw some things into you. We got Nonis from the DFW area. Welcome. Grand Zeno from Australia. Welcome as well. TK from New York City in the house, as well as Jessica Rodriguez. She says, Canadian Awareness, have you heard of Dr. Salas? So he might have. So I got a little video I'm gonna try to get to you through in this live stream that'll kind of set up some of the questions and everything else. But for the starters, we'll start out with the ultimate question that most people have already know the answer or looking for the answer, and that is, who are these Annunaki? And we're just gonna get basic with this. And I think for most of us, we know that they're this race of beings, and some people relate to them, sky people. It's all kind of stories. We'll cover all that. But one of the things about it is that they are responsible, supposedly, for human civilization and teaching us knowledge. When it came back to some of the ancient civilization, as well as, probably we were their slaves to mine gold. So the questions in the house for the rest of you, who are the Annunaki? Anybody in the comments that give me your opinion if it's something different, or you have an opinion of who they are. And so you post it in the comments. I'll bring you up tonight and whatever. And it's Friday night. So let me just give this disclaimer out. Usually I'm out doing some other things and working or whatever. And I try to make sure I can give all of you the attention of what we're doing. So if you find that in this particular conversation tonight that you get value from it, you're welcome to send a contribution to the show if you want. It's right down on the bottom of the screen. Once again, we're live from YouTube. We do have a Clubhouse audience, but we are live on YouTube and Clubhouse right as we speak. So I do have a face for TV. So if you are Clubhouse and you want to come over here and see the big guy talk live, you're welcome to do that. But anyway, yeah. So Nicole says Freaky Friday. Yeah, and I think we're gonna get a better name than that, Nicole. We're gonna come up with something a little better for these Friday night shows, and we're gonna make it hype though. Friday nights from now on is gonna be so hype. When you come here, you won't be disappointed in what we're going to be talking about. Especially, I'm going to have some guests and different people. We're going to do some real life panels and just different things that we plan to do in the past, but bring you into the conversation. So if you got something to say or want to say something, this is going to be the place to say it. So, all right. So we have a few other folks here, and let's go with the conversation. So the other question to this is, and I got some notes here, and I'll read this to you. Are they aliens from another planet? And what do you guys think about that? Post in the comments as well. I'll call you out. I'll bring you into the fray of the conversation. Do you think that the Anunnakis were aliens from another planet? Now, often we can use that other planet references other than Earth itself, but where were they from? Where were they really from? And we're going to get into plenty of other questions. I know we got all the stories, but tonight is our night as a collective group, the Truth Seekers, and I'll look into the chats from answers from you, the audience, as well. So let me scroll down here. Some people say, sure, they are. Nicole says, yes, definitely they were from another planet. Thomas says, yes, sir, they are. Extreme Florida says, yeah, there are a variety of beings and what it looks like, what they look like. And then Miss Raphael says, yes, high intelligence beings from another planet. And so with that being said, where were they from? What planet were they from? Let's go on this journey. And I like to see what the collective thinks about that. What planet do you think, or you heard, or these Anunnakis from? And like I said, I got a lot of questions for you tonight. We're going to go into some deep things. And then pretty soon I'm going to get a video that I can play for you guys. And we can kind of go down that rabbit hole tonight. So we're going to go down from there. In the meantime, let me just show you a little something while I'm looking for the answers from you. You guys can post in the chat real quick. Just kind of give you a few updates. Here's a few updates of some things that is happening. And for me, and to let you know, you're going to see in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be airing on a show with George Norrie on November 16th, Beyond Belief. So you definitely don't want to miss that interview. If you have not checked out the interview with Alien Endgames, this is it's a documentary on Discovery Plus channel. You got the Roswell 75, that's on Fox Tubi. Of course, Forbidden Knowledge with Billy Carson. I'm in the Black Knight satellite, as well as 8 episodes there. I'll be on Regina Open Minds with Regina Meredith. I'm sorry. And I just filmed 3 episodes with Ancient Aliens. So you're going to be able to kind of see that coming out pretty soon. And that's the big boys, right? So you can say, Roderick, there we go. We are on it. And so all those things will be coming out as well. And if you do want to take a cruise, there is a cruise coming up, Hidden Secrets Cruise. It's a UFO cruise, and there's going to be a bunch of these speakers and myself on this cruise, and it's going to be a big one. So if you go to the website there, Hidden Secrets, you can get to that cruise. If you do decide to join us, it's going to have a drop-down menu. It's going to say who you heard it from. You'll put my name in it. Send me an email. I'm going to send you a free gift if you're going to go with us on that cruise coming up in April as well. So those are some big things. So, all right, let's get back into the conversation. I just have to throw those in there as necessary for me to do those things. So All right. Nicole says that they're probably from the Sirius star system. Now, I don't know much about the Sirius star system, and maybe Nicole, I'm gonna send you a link in a little while. You can hop up in here and you can explain some of that stuff yourself. You're part of the crew, so we'll do that. But the whole point is this: this is one of the things that you know we always wonder. Because I have a book here from Zachariah Ascension that I was reading about the Annunaki, and we'll get into it about the brothers and Enlil and the rest of it and how they played their important part here into the history. But like I said, as we dig right into it, someone else says the Anunnaki came from Tamat, if I'm pronouncing that right. We have now here's why we're having this conversation tonight. We got someone said Orion, Sirius, Pleiades, and then we have Zeta, all these things. And so this is why I wanted to have this conversation with you, the audience, because there's so much stories and history, but also rumors and what is real and what is fake. And we need to just dive into some of that tonight. And do I plan on answering it all? No, we're going to go on a journey. But if there's somebody out there who can prove their point and what they're saying and what they want to say and how it is, bring it forward. And that's going to be good. Okay, so the part of this is when I think about the question, were they from another planet? And I honestly can say that, you have a definitive answer, but it's all been, so much speculation when it comes behind that. And some people believe there are aliens from other planets. Why? Some people believe they're spiritual beings rather than extraterrestrials, right? And so, but I think it's going to be good for us to truly get to the bottom, because what you're going to find in the next few weeks or so, we're going to be covering some of these topics. We're going to go deep in. We're going to go into some history, and I'm going to do a little awakening for you, for us, as we go down this real true path of truth seekers when it comes down from there. Okay, so again, all right. So we got a few people that got a few jokes there. Let me make sure my moderators hit some of them when the time comes. So just watch your text, everyone. So, all right. So, the other question is this: were they hybrids of half bird or half human avian humanoids? Because you remember, you get all these stories of who they might have been. So, have anyone heard that particular story? Okay. So, we did. Let me go all the way back now here to Black Friends Meet. Says they were hybrids, half humanoids and avian humanoids. I'm sorry. They was hybrids of half bird and half human avian humanoids. Black Friends Meet. All right. So, all right, we need to figure out what that website is about. So we will definitely check it out pretty soon and go meet some Black friends at blackfriendsmeet.com. Way to public, way to do it. All right. So that's the answer when it comes down to that. Someone says Victor's rewrite the history of things. So, all right. Here's the deal when it comes down to if they was half birds, half avian humanoids. And again, some believe they were half birds and then, of course, half humans, while others claim they were purely the extraterrestrial origins. Now, there's a lot of stories out there and pictures that we would get back into the past where you see these diagrams of pictures with the Anunnaki. Supposedly, at some point, you will see remnants of birds within that. So I think that's where we get the history from there. Matt Steed says the Anunnaki had elongated skulls. People, what do you think about that, Roderick? So again, you have the stories to where they either were hybrids with and create these giants and all of these things. And like I said, I'm not here tonight to totally do the answer. I want the audience involved tonight because I want to really see how far this net casts through all of you with all these different answers. And then maybe we're just going to do a deep dive show with some people who are just going to specifically say, this is the true facts, and then bag it up with the knowledge so it won't be a big secret as we normally from there. So another question would be when it comes down to the Sumerians, and that's another correlation because some would say they could be one of the same, or they could be the same people. Are we talking about the same people when you talk about the Sumerians and when you talk about the Anunnaki? So what are y'all thoughts about that? Are they one? Are there two distinctive stories that we can see somewhere within this history that they were two different people, two different races, or one against or for the other, And so post that in the comments if you can now. We'll check it out. So we're talking about the Sumerians. We're talking about, did the Sumerians name them Anunnaki? So if that's so, they could appear to be two different people or races, I'm sorry, or species or extraterrestrial beings, all that we want to call these people and things. And so, again, your commentary tonight is going to be pretty much whirl from there. So, Larry says, I think the Anunnaki are separate alien race. They created the hybrids. Okay, so we're going to start there. Anyone else agree with Larry's assessment here? I'm going to put it up on the screen. Again, he says he thinks the Anunnaki are separate alien race, and they created the hybrids from there. All right, so at this point, no says, let me just see what this comment says here before I bring it up. Matt says, Nicole, I'm going to use Nicole's here for a sec. She said two different races, the Anunnaki and the EG, or however you're pronouncing that tonight. And we'll kind of go from there. So we got some other answers from there. So again, we're just here to kind of explore some things. I haven't been here in a while on Friday nights, and this conversation was handed to me in the realm of our show bag up people behind the scenes and saying, hey, Roderick, talk about the Anunnaki tonight. And so I'm going to just regurgitate a few things. Now, Jessica says, based on Billy Carson's Egyptian Mystery School, he talks about the Anunnaki, that they are from Tamat, and she says she don't know if she's spelling that right, but the planet was destroyed, and it was on Sumerian clay tablets. All right. Anyone want to chime in on that? Post your comment so we can see what we're doing there as well. And coming up pretty soon, just kind of put a plug out there while I'm waiting for some of you to respond to that, is we're going to have Anthony, the Canadian Awareness. We're going to do a show in a few weeks, and it's going to be a crazy deep dive show where he's just going to, bar none, go through some things with you. And I don't think you guys want to miss it. And then we have some people that's going to come on with us pretty soon to talk about the Galactic Federation and someone who says they are in tune with them and they channel them. So we're going to talk about those two conversations. But back to the sky people and what are we doing? So again, did the Sumerians name the Anunnaki? So let's go back to one of the comments. Let me take this one down. And all right, I can't put all that up there, but we will. Oh, let's do this a little bit. All right, so No says the Western culture often ignore them. This is a possibility that the sensitivity of their skin and pigmentation, which frightens our leaders, sadly. Now, I'm going to throw a plug out there in just a second. And we're going to be touching some ground on this. I'm not going to bring it up right now. I'll bring it up a little later once we get down to the show. All right. So the next part of this is, are the Anunnaki the same? Anunnaki is the same as the Nephilim, okay, referred to in the Bible. And if you see where we're going with this, is we got to get down to the point, people, to where specifically these stories land. And I know so many people talk about it, but now it's just so many reminiscences in the Bible of who the giants and all these people. And these are just questions I have too. And so this is why I'm bringing it to you guys tonight on a Friday night. So again, I'll ask this question: are the Anunnaki the same as the Nephilim? That's referred in the Bible. So chime into the chat. Let's hear about it. Let's see what you're saying here. Ink and the Iliad were the creative gods from the Anunnaki. Okay, that's Jessica. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. If you hear from Clubhouse, once again, welcome. We're live. We're live here on YouTube. So if you're from Clubhouse, you're listening in. I am live streaming from YouTube. So if you want to hop in YouTube to come into the conversation, you can. And pretty soon, you know what? I have the greatness of one of my friends, Barbara Lamb, just entered into the Clubhouse room. I have not talked to you, Barb, in a long time. I'm going to see how we can get you up on this stage here with us tonight. So, Barbara, you can check your invite there and see if we can get you into the conversation by all means, if it's possible for you to jump up here with us. All right. Barbara, how's it been? Okay, wait a minute. Looks like we disconnect from Clubhouse. So let me put you back in. Hang on. You stay there for a second. Let, let me connect this phone here and seeing why my phone is not doing what it's supposed to do. All right. Okay. Oh, Rodecaster Pro. Okay, it's connected there. Let me disconnect it. Give me one moment and we will have you in this conversation. All right, everybody, if you on, just be patient there. I'm going to try to connect this and see why this is not functioning like it's supposed to. All right, let's do that. And let's do that. All right, so, all right, Barbara, you there now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so, all right. All right, so there you have it. And let me go back here, and there you have it. So that's the video, and the greatness of one of our insiders created that for me. And we was going to play that for you a little bit, but you got the logistics of it. And hang on, let me do a couple other quick things here, and we would do this here to get some conversation rolling. So how's everybody going tonight? It is Friday. So again, I just want to thank you. And of course, we are just doing, there we go here. All right. So, all right, there we go. I'm just sending out a link and we're going to do that. So, all right. So you got the video, you saw it. What do you guys think about it? It was created there. It was pretty cool. I liked it. Give me your comments in the comment section on the particular video you just saw, and kind of let me know there, and from there. But anyway, so some of the questions that you saw there, we're going to talk about that tonight. So, was there a mission? So let me kind of go. Was there a mission on Earth that was held secret from the Annunaki? We're going to go into that question today. One was, what were they really looking for? So we're going to dive into that. I got a few answers. You can have your answers. Was the Tree of Life a device really used for? What was it for? And then we'll get into, did the Anunnaki appear in the Babylonian or exclusively? So we'll kind of go into that as well. And if I pronounce that right, or did Marduk, if I pronounce that right, divide the Anunnaki into stations of 300? And was there 300 in heaven, 300 on the sea, in the sea as well? So, and I am butchering some of these questions. So, were there really here to mine gold? We're going to answer that particular question in just a moment. And was they purpose covered up for some of the other, again, secret reasons? And were the Anunnaki considered the high council of gods and Anu's companions? So, let's get into that in a moment. And what do the stone carvings in Samaria show winged beings using pine cone shaped instruments? And what does that mean? So we'll talk about that as well. And let's see, I have another question here. What is the purpose of the style baskets? I think we saw that in the chat earlier, the water buckets being carried by the eagle-headed winged beings. We saw a little bit of that as well. So we're going to jump into some of those things. And once again, if you're in Clubhouse, if you want to hit the link, it'll bring you up into the storyline of where we are. And you can kind of watch us live as we get back now into the second part of this. And I have the greatness of Nicole, part of the Why the Big Secret crew. I'm going to bring her into the conversation with you here. It's been a while there. Nicole, what's going on?
Hey, I'm enjoying the show tonight. It's amazing.
I see
Barbara
you got, I see,
Lamb.
I know, I know. I see you got the Why the Big Secret gear.
Yes, of course.
All right. So I'm going to have you to help me out a little bit. We're going to go over some of
Sure.
these Anunnaki questions. I know that's in your depth. I got a
Yes.
couple other people, and if there's
One of
some
my
others that,
favorite topics.
yeah, I know it is. I know it is. And there's a great woman that I met too. That boy, this is her topic as well. In fact, she slammed this on me today. So we got to talk about this today.
Nice.
So hopefully, I wish she could get into this conversation with us. I don't think she has a. I don't know. She may be listening. She might get into the
Tell her to jump on
conversation.
in.
You can get in if you email and you got a webcam. I will send you a link and you could go right in here with us like a crystal. You can do that. All right. So I just put it out there. So I may get a text or something, or she might say, "Hell no, I'm not doing that." All right. So, all right. We was talking a little earlier, and
Yes.
one of the questions was the Anunnaki the same as the Nephilims? There's been some debate over that the Anunnaki and Nephilims are the same beings.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's just different names for the same race. Some believe that the Nephilims was a race of giants, and then
Mm-hmm.
others cannot believe who created actually they were saying that kind of giants who were created when the Anunnaki inbred with humans, and then the other believes that Nephilims was a different race of being who was destroyed by the Anunnaki. However, there's we still looking for the evidence of all of that. What are your thoughts there as well? And we'll get some of
Yeah.
the people in the chat questions.
Yeah, there's so many theories about who the Nephilim were. I kind of stick to what the ancient texts kind of describe, which is, the biblical texts describe the Nephilim as being giants, and as also being the children of the sons of God and daughters of men. So to me, that would be the ETs and human female hybrid, and so they were here on the earth and in those ancient times, um, and apparently also after the flood times, according to the biblical text. So um, I believe that yes, that they were at some point, eliminated by the Anunnaki in some form or fashion, or at least reduced in great quantities, but there were still some that probably survived. Um, and so, there's been um, rumors of people finding, skulls of giants. And I even watched um, a, a video about how these soldiers found a giant or encountered a giant in Afghanistan and actually went into battle and killed it after it killed one of their soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
and then they confiscated the body, and who knows what happened to it, but it was supposedly a male, approximately like 12 feet tall, just as described, with the two sets of teeth, six fingers, six toes on each hand and each foot. Um, so they said there was lots of like human skeletal remains in the cave that they found it. So it's just kind of amazing to hear stories like that in modern times, being described about possible giants that exist today in this day and age, um, compared to what was around in biblical times.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stories behind it. You heard Barbara talking about it earlier, and during that regressions that some people look back that far that they
Mm,
have had interactions all the way to Atlantis and different places. So when you think about the Anunnaki, and again based on the video that I showed the audience a few minutes ago, what do you think their mission was? Some people say they was here to your opinion, and we'll get some of the opinions
mm-hmm,
of the audience. The storyline is they were here to, have us, the humans, to be slaves
mm-hmm.
for gold. And
Mm-hmm.
then, of course, you know, there was the brothers, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But the other purpose was something totally different. Was it malevolent or benevolent? What are your thoughts on what you've read? And then I'll get some of
Mm-hmm.
the people in the audience from there.
Yeah, I completely believe that they came here for resources. Not I don't know if it was just gold or maybe water or who knows what they actually came here for, but I do believe that they came for resources. And in the process of coming here for the resources, decided to utilize the current hominids that were alive during that time period to genetically manipulate into what we know now known as modern man, and that's why we have a lot of mystery in the missing link and the connection between the hominids from thousands of years ago to our current, human, modern humans, Homo sapien sapien that we have today. So I do believe that there was some genetic manipulation to their benefit. And then once we became kind of, I guess you could say, self aware and intelligent, and, you know, intelligence comparable to their level, um, I believe that we became a threat to them. And maybe that's why they left. Maybe some of them decided to stay, the ones that wanted to help us kind of progress. There were two different factions, one that wanted to control us and one that wanted to see us evolve and progress. And so it's kind of interesting to see, where we are in our human society now, the control systems that are put into place, and if those control systems are based on things put in place by the Anunnaki thousands of years ago.
Yeah, yeah, and you think about it because again, yeah, I was reading a book by I think Zachariah Ascension, one of the books, and he talked about that yeah, the Anunnaki was here before, and then they decided they needed a slave type or whatever, and I think it was the brothers, but it was a sister involved. What was her name?
Mm-hmm.
And she was the
Mm-hmm.
one who was the genetic person, and
Yeah.
or not, but whatever it was, that was told, hey, what you seek is already here. The human that you're trying to create basically is already in existence. It just couldn't procreate. And so at this point, we were developed at this time. And if anyone in the audience plead the difference, and you want to put the story, and you want to put some stuff in the chat or something, you can do that as well. And then we'll get down to the Inky and Enlil later on here in the show in a few moments, and talk about that, brothers, and the fight, the difference, and uh the, how did the great flood, we'll get down to that in a minute. So another question that was posed in here was what were they really looking for? Now, of course, it's saying that they may was looking to make planets where they was kind of visiting, trying to make life, of course, mind goal, create radiation shield. And I've heard all these stories in the past. But at the end of the day, you know, did they intentionally say, we're coming here and we're going to create the human race? And help them develop, because it said, oh yeah, they're the ones taught us all of these ancient techniques and technology and the things. And of course, mostly everybody here and plus in the chat is going to say gold, because that's what we know. We think they was here for gold, but it was something that Barbara Lamb had said earlier that really threw something out there, is that they're still here. It's a possibility they're still here, and meaning, or they're still taking gold, or they're, and so when you think about, and it makes you funny, and I'm just making some stuff up, but what happened to all the gold in Fort Knox, right? It came up missing now, and it don't exist no more. Did we make a deal back then when they seized all the gold? It's like, and this is just like, I could put this conspiracy out there though. There was a time that we changed the currency from gold, and all the gold was collected, right? And that was
Mm-hmm.
around about the time when Eisenhower and all of them was talking, doing deals with these aliens. They could have said, look, we want the gold and we'll let y'all do y'all thing. Boy, that's out there though. But I'm wondering if we can come up with something on that. May be a good story. If
Mm-hmm.
the gold in Fort Knox still there, and if it's not, who took it?
Where's the gold?
Where's the gold in Fort Knox? I'm telling you, and you hear those stories a lot anyway. So, all right. So, what about the Tree of Life? What do you know about that? If not,
Um,
we'll ask the audience too. Then let me do that. Anybody in the audience want to share their knowledge on the Tree of Life, the device itself? What was it used for? Of course, we can go with the main answer to communicate with the Anunnaki, but is it something deeper? Is there more things about the Tree of Life and or the device itself? Let's go with that.
I don't know a whole lot about the Tree of Life. And what it was used for per se. The only thing I know is more so on the biblical terms about the tree of life um, and the knowledge that withholds that it was to withhold. So maybe the tree of life is just a symbol for the technology that 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 the gods had at that time, and that's why
Okay.
it was
All right.
forbidden.
Anyone else in the audience want to jump in on that answer? Post it in the text. I will probably put it up on screen. Make sure you know this is your answer, and this is let's see. Held in a place of frequency is what someone else said. I don't know if he's talking about the tree of life, but Larry said they're still getting the gold from us. They're here, the planet. And it's kind of weird because I'm reading this book. I'm going to share it with y'all later. We're going to do a whole new approach. And it's called The Alien Interview. You got to check it out. But in there, that alien says Earth is their property and then the resources here is theirs. So, in so many ways. So, we'll get to that as well. So, I'm just giving y'all some little tidbits, but we're going to go down some path pretty soon as a community and culture and this why the big secret thing that's going to shock some of you. Anyone else want to put in jerk chicken? Put in on the question about the tree of life before I move on to the next questions. Some of these questions I need your answers for, and the audience and everyone else. I do have somebody who knows all of these answers. I know she knows, but she says that now is not the time for her to
Oh.
reveal her talents to all of us at this time. All
Mhm.
right. So, what about the Anunnaki appearing in is it the Babylonian era exclusively? Is I think you know anything
Yeah,
about that? You heard of that?
the Sumerians.
Yeah, it says, did the Anunnaki appear in the Babylonian area exclusively? Now,
I don't believe so.
okay. Yeah, because I believe, in fact, that because it goes back to the Sumerian epic, I think of what was that? Gilgamesh or something?
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, yeah. And so that was the ancient stories again about the ancient aliens and all that. But it was an ancient story about the Anunnaki or a race of aliens who came to Earth to mine gold. And then the Anunnaki was led by King Elil. We all know that, and his brother in Inky and Ilil, they was angry that the Anunnaki was disturbing the balance of nature, so he decided to punish them by making us work the mines. Oh, really? Okay, so I'm just putting up some notes that I have here. The tree of life is connected to the heartbeat, so it is a spiritual electricity. Says sound your mind. Larry says the tree of life device was a power device, and I think it had something to do with sending energy to starships. Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting. All right. Let me see if I got a lifeline for that. Uh, let's get an answer. All right. That's what I'm going to do. We're here to learn. I'm on a journey today. I'm not here to say I know the answers because I don't know them all. But there was just questions that we was going to discuss, and I really maybe we'll do it a different way next time and really get it out there. So I text my lifeline to say the tree of life. Give me some answers. So hopefully, I get a response here in real time. We can do that. All right. So Chicago. Oh, well, okay. They didn't put anything there. All right. So anyone, before we move on, do you want to, just kind of share your input on the tree of life, uh, and then we'll go on to the next question from there, and we'll see here. All right. So, all right, that's fine. The chat room is a little behind us right now. Somebody says 100% Chicago or whatever he says from there. And like I said again, I'm just waiting from here. All right. So basically, anyway, I again tonight I haven't been here in a while, Nicole, and then one of the things I was
Mhm.
doing was just kind of come on tonight, and one of the conversations was to, talk about the Anunnaki, and it's not so much of everything I know in other conversations. So, I do have some background, some questions that we can kind of ask, but as far as getting the audience and everything else, and so if you all were here and you got some knowledge, that's great. If not, you know I'm just glad that everybody's here tonight. We can do that, but it's not one of the best things. But I'll go through some of the other questions again and pretty much there because I should have, I like to kind of prepare for them a little different, and but I'm grateful for where we at. So, were the Anunnaki considered the high councils of gods and Anu's companions? You ever heard anything about that?
Yeah, I thought that Anu was Enki and Enlil's father.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely think that they were some kind of high council, some kind of like royalty from wherever they're from, and there were probably lots of Anunnaki is just the term that they came from the stars. So not necessarily whatever their race, the race is. It was the Babylonian term for those particular beings or gods. So um, I definitely think that there were class levels, and they had the lower class, which were the worker class, the Ajiji, that supposedly were on Mars and had some kind of conflict with the other Anunnaki. So um, there's definitely some classism going on within the Anunnaki community.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that's where we hear the story of the Great Flood coming into, the effect of, okay, we need to, eradicate these humans at some point. And of course, one of them said, okay, no, we're going to tell Noah to build that ark, and this
Hmm.
is where we are there. And those things really makes me wonder, especially when we get into these conversations. Now you hear this Anunnaki story about that, then of course you get into the biblical side of things, where okay, Noah, the story of two, two of everything and all these
Hmm.
things. And it's like, who made that part up? You know what I'm saying? Where did this come from? To where, okay, he's bringing all these species, and now when we look at all of these things, it is not that, it doesn't
Yeah.
add up. But we believe the story and we take it on to the next generation, to our kids, and we telling everybody, and all of a sudden the story of Noah is this dramatic thing of everybody fit in a boat, the whole,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
but we believe that though. And the question for everybody: how is that? How do we believe that every two of everything on this earth went and got into that boat? But yet we carry that story on and we pass it along generation after generations. And I know somebody, some along the way, have to know it just doesn't add up. And so when we do hear these things from uh, the background here from the Enlil and Inky and and them, it kind of makes more better sense than it did back then. Through the religious side. And I know we'll get tore up in on that end, just bringing that stuff up, but you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, let's see here. The Garden of Eden. So I'm not going to keep everybody too much longer because I do have a few more questions, but it's really, I'm having a difficult time myself, just, really popping the questions to you guys. But I really like to, and I would admit that some stuff I don't know. But then that's why I got the truth seekers here for, though, right? Right? They there, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The truth seekers.
I mean, you holding the fort down, but the rest of them, I'm not really getting too much bag up out here when I'm asking these questions. And maybe they all on my side. We just don't know.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah. We don't
if
know
y'all,
for sure.
yeah, I got a few more questions, audience. I can ask y'all the questions, and y'all can help me answer them, or I can pretend that I'm going to answer them, and I can pretend that I know the answers, which I don't. And if you don't know that I'm not telling you the truth, you ain't gonna know anyway. So you're just gonna believe that what I say because it sounds good. Because I'm gonna make it sound good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. I don't know everything. I really don't. So,
Me
but
either.
but I enjoy this journey though. This is why I'm on this journey to learn. And pretty much, someone says I watch Billy Carson. I have to be in the subscriber since he opened up the app. Okay, we came in peace to learn, said Elizabeth. All right, so we're here together for this journey. All right, so remember the question that came up earlier about the style baskets or water buckets that's being carried by
Mhm.
the eagle-headed winged beings. What do y'all? What do you take of that? And if anybody else can kind of go into that as well.
Yeah, I have seen the hieroglyphic marks in Egypt in different pictures of them holding that basket, that device. It looks like some kind of technological device that they carried around. Who knows what it was for? Perhaps it could have been, um, like some kind of medical device that they carried around with them.
Mm,
Because of being in a different um atmosphere, or maybe it could have been a translation device, maybe it could have been anything, but I definitely think it was a technology that they used um with the humans of that time.
yeah, yeah, and it's in all these ancient photographs. So I think that's something that are pretty much, it's kind of you have to take your own interpretations and begin the process of saying, hey, what does this mean? Or are we looking for it? And it, again, it's winged beings, right? And presumably they use this for quenching the thirst. Maybe it's water buckets. I who knows?
Right. It could
Yeah,
have been
and
that version
so
of a laptop.
could be their version of it's some type of technology in all of these things, and we have to go back and look at those things ourselves, and really try to decipher some of these ancient images and things that we see, because I think it's one of those deals that the story of the Anunnaki and who they were, and then of course, when you think about, I was reading again, and I keep plugging this thing, this alien interview, it talks about more of that there's other beings out there. There's a lot. And of course,
Hmm.
and were the Anunnaki the god of gods, or were they on top of the food chain for everything else? And so again, I just found it interesting earlier when Barbara said, hey, people are saying they're still here. So now it's like, what do they look like? What are they still here for resources, and are we the resources, are we,
Right.
yeah, and so that's a lot of, are we still slaves and don't know it, and what other purposes are we serving, without even know that we're actually serving some other purposes, here. And
Yeah.
so because if the agenda was to make us slave, it hadn't changed since then. You would think it has not, and then supposedly they're in control of so much things today, of our everyday lives, that we just don't know it,
Hmm.
from there. All right. So, is there anything in the audience, anybody want to chat about anything specifically, or upcoming shows that you want us to venture into? Anyone in particular you want us to interview? We still got a lot. I mean, boy, when I tell you what's coming down the pipeline, it'll just shock some of you. It's going to be so good. But is there anything in particular? If you have been following along with me doing on Billy Carson's Forbidden Knowledge, I've been going down the religious aspect over the last several weeks, covering those topics, those hard talked about topics. The last interview that we did, or with Billy and Elizabeth this past Tuesday, was about relationships. How do people deal with relationships that they have had these sightings or had different types of UFO encounters, and just typically people going down a rabbit hole of ufology and studying how does that help in what do they deal with in the house. And so we've been going down that hole, and I think it all ties in, Nicole, to you know just these experiences people are having on the ground. And it kind
Yeah.
of separates me as a UFO investigator, because I'm so used to dealing with stuff that's in the sky and wanting to still get interpretations of, because as a UFO investigator, we ain't actually touching the UFOs, but we do go over information. We do go over pictures and secondhand information. But
Right.
when it gets down to the witnesses here on the ground, it is like it's firsthand. This is people dealing with, but then the verification process is totally different. And
Yeah.
so I've always had that particular challenge. And then we had Anthony from Canadian Awareness popping in on us a few times and really spitting some knowledge. And then just to kind of set things up, that was a great conversation from a lady who posted in one of the comments that she was actually a channeler from the Great Galactic Federation. And if you've heard Anthony's story, that may not be the truth of things, and she's saying that it is. And so I'm actually going to make those two sides collide in a good way so that we can let it go where it's going to go. And I know Anthony's up for the challenge, and I'm sure she'll answer some
That would be
questions.
great.
Not as a rap battle, but just a
Yeah.
knowledge enlightenment session. That we're going to end up doing along the way as well. So hopefully everybody's going to, and I'll put the dates together for all of you to be able to hop in and check those out, because that's going to be really an interesting conversation and some enlightenment. Another thing, if you all of you and then you just mentioned it, I had a reading the other day, last night, and it was just profound. And I think I seen in the chat you said that you wouldn't mind
Yeah. You
getting that
gotta hook
done.
me up.
Yeah, so I will. In fact, the person who will do the readings, and those things get pretty up there, but she's going to have like a giveaway reading for a whole hour that I think anybody could do it if that's what they want, and they can, and what it's going to cost is like, I just won't even bring it up. But if you
Hmm.
hit me on contact at whythebigsecret.com, my email address, only 20 people, and you tell me you want this reading, you want, she'll do a whole hour for you. And I'm saying for the donation and blessing that it's going to do, you will
Hmm.
I learned a lot. It was just profound. For a minute, it was a little scary because like, really? I just, especially the part I mentioned out loud.
Yeah.
And then if any of you want Barbara Lamb to do a regression for you, just
I want
you
to
can
do that too.
go to her website. You'll be able to go to her website and you can communicate there, and she can do it over Zoom wherever you are. She'll be able to
Wow.
do that. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing, and she's one of the best out there, and definitely do that. So if you're listening to me now and on Clubhouse, or if you're listening here live, of course you're watching here live on YouTube, and if you want to go down that route, you won't be disappointed. You're going to hear some things is just going to blow your mind. And it's going to go back to why I say your eyes are useless when your mind is blind, you know, but in this point, and you might want to record it at the same time and go down that route there. So as I'm looking into the chat, Larry says, I don't buy the Galactic Federation. And so there's another side of it. In fact, let's do that. If you're in the chat real quickly, one, put a one if you are a believer that the Galactic Federation exists. Two for no. And let's do a consistent. So you saying no. All
I'm
right.
saying no.
All right. So you openly saying no. You right there on the screen with the no. All right. So
Yeah.
if you are ones, Joshua, my boy Josh he says it's a one. He believes. Matthew says he believes it's a one. Give me some more ones out there or twos. And that'll let us know the direction as we get down to this thing anyway. One, I think there's something going on, what Chicago says. So there's a lot of ones here. Jessica says the Council of Nine is beyond Jupiter near Saturn on the space station. So once again, one, if you are down or behind the information that the Galactic Federation is a real deal, and of course, I know Barbara says yes, she's down. She said it earlier. And then two, who says they don't think it exists. Nicole, there's a lot of one. Yeah, I know you keep saying two, but there's a
I'm
lot of ones
sorry. I'm
coming
with
out.
Anthony. I don't buy it.
There's a lot of. Ones though that look like somebody talking about.
I know.
Rob said 1.5, but he's halfway. Of course, he's still on the
Yeah.
disclosure December 31st. So we're working
Yeah,
on that.
yeah. I'm
But
still
okay,
waiting for the 31st date.
yeah, it's coming. And so anybody else? We got some ones. All right, so
Where
I
my
don't have
twos
enough.
at?
There ain't. I don't see none. No twos
Wow.
have showed
I'm
up.
shocked. I'm shocked.
No twos. So you standing on a true island by
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm with Anthony. I just it seems too like fantasy for me. Oh, the Galactic Federation, and I don't want to offend anybody's ideas, but to me it just
Hey, Larry
doesn't
says two.
seem
Go ahead.
okay, Larry. Yeah.
Elizabeth says two.
Me and
So keep
Larry.
going.
Okay, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's just like it just seems too much of like like Star Trek or Star Wars, like it just doesn't seem realistic to me. Like it seems like there could be like alliances.
Okay.
Maybe there are alliances, but like a quote unquote like galactic federation where there's like a council of like beings sitting around a table and discussing political, what's
Well,
going on.
we
And
have the
it just
Bilderberg
doesn't
group.
seem like
We
it
have the
just
Bilderberg
seems
group.
human. That seems like a human concept to me. And I feel like ETs would not operate that way. So
Well, we have Black Trans Meat, who is an insider here with us, says one, absolutely, it only makes sense to have some sort of union of planets. And then I think she had a question for you. It is. I'm gonna put it on the screen. She says
okay.
you can read it out loud or whatever you want, but I
Okay.
just
How how can Nicole not think there's a collective of planets, but no sort of United Nations? It is just like United Nations. I just feel like that's a human concept, and I feel like they are probably our allies, and enemies. But I just feel like it's not this, probably not necessarily this formal thing like we think of like a United Nations. Those are very human concepts. We don't know how they operate on a consciousness level. So from to see like um, to think of like some kind of council meeting and getting together and discussing relations, to me this does not seem like something people or beings that are extremely highly evolved would do.
why
It would
not? I
just be
mean,
like,
but we do it. So how and they and looks like
we're not extremely
we
highly
learn
evolved.
anything from them though. You know what I mean?
We're still like trying to kill each other all the time. So um I
Oh,
don't know. I just feel like super highly intelligent beings, even ones that might be more on the aggressive side, like you hear about reptilians being more on the aggressive side, not necessarily malevolent, but just more, I guess, just more firm and versus some of the other like elemental type beings that you hear about. Um for me, it just seems like there would be unspoken like unions between certain groups, like this group and that group don't mesh, this group and this group are genetically similar, that therefore they are on the same page,
keep talking.
like
I'm gonna put you on the screen by yourself. Keep.
okay. So to me it seems like there would be maybe families of races that might be grouped together, or there might be certain races that just don't mesh well. Maybe they have different belief systems or so on and so forth. So I see it that way versus just like a council sitting together, making laws and rules and regulations of how to operate the universe. Like to me that just seems very human, like a human
All right.
concept.
So let's get into. So they say there is good and bad in the universe. So keep these things at peace. Keeping these things at peace.
Hmm.
Excuse. And there's also, and there has to be a galactic council. But I guess these Earthlings we're not included in that. All right. So once again, it's Friday night. I bought this for everybody. This is
Oh, I
popcorn.
like that.
Yeah. And we're going to start doing a Friday night show.
I
And
have one similar to that. I got to bring mine out, put some popcorn in it.
yeah. And all I'm going to do, what I'm going to use this for, this popcorn is $5 virtually. And when I hold this up, when you see to support the show, just buy some popcorn and sit back and enjoy the show. I got to find ways, and I'm being honest. I want people to know this is not no easy task being here these nights. Sometimes it takes a lot of homework and expectations that, people want some real stuff, and I want to give them production things. And now there's a few other people that we're seeking sponsorships and all that to really expand this show. That is, our YouTube channel has grown from 2,000 almost 7,000 the last 3 months. I have 2 or 3 other channels we're going to be on. We got some athletes, some celebrities I'm trying to reach out to come here on here. We're pushing. I'm gonna make sure we get 100,000 by next year, subscribers and viewers. But with everybody's support, we can do that. So if you are watching a show and you want at the concession stand right now, you want some popcorn, just buy some popcorn virtually, eat it virtually. The Cash App or anything it's at the bottom of the scrolling across the screen here, and you can support and get you some popcorn while we watch the show tonight. Because we next survey for a future show is Flat Earth. Whoa. I know I said it now. I'm going to get into some
I was
sugar honey
thinking
iced
about
tea.
that.
Now I'm telling you, it is not going to go down.
It's not
right.
gonna be pretty.
It's not going to be pretty. And I'm going to ask the audience in just a second to give us a debate about. I'm just looking here on my thing here, but yeah. So
I'm curious. Where them
there you
flat
go. Look,
earthers at?
somebody else, Lasama, is it Lasama Samuel Hospice? She just gave popcorn right back. I'm trying to get you to buy the popcorn. She did popcorn signs like, here, back to you, babe. And pretty much, right? So we're going to go with ones and twos because I'm going to do a show. Now, I'm putting this out there right now. We got 100 people. There's people in Clubhouse. Spread the word. There's people here on YouTube. If you can send me information on anybody who is a true flat earther, and then find me some people that really have some great opposing views, I'm going to do the great debate on flat earth live. And I'm going to be the mediator in between. And so we're going to go down that path. And I do have a celebrity, somebody everybody know that may be part of the show.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So
that should be interesting.
It's going to be interesting, but I'm going to set it up with the audience first. Then we'll do phase 1, phase 2. They haven't committed anything. If somebody else said who knows them. So I'm just trying to make that work. So let me not put it out. That's why I didn't say no name anyway.
Right.
But somebody else said Kyrie, boy, I'd love to have his tail here. He's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, he is.
All right. So number 1, if you believe the earth is round. Number 2, if you believe the earth is flat. You're 1.
I'm a 1.
You're 1.
I'm a 1 on that one.
You're live on TV. All right. So anyone else, do you believe the earth? I need to check my little chats in Clubhouse. I haven't checked them in a while here. Maybe some people there are talking about it. All right. So, if you in Clubhouse, go put it in the chat. 1, if you believe, we got some 10 minutes back in the day. I'm watching it now. So 1, if you in Clubhouse listening that you believe the earth is flat. 2, if it's round. We have ones. Josh says, Jessica says, sound your mind. Lasama says 1. Deborah says exactly 1. Chicago says all damn ones. Larry says 2. A wimpy 2 though. He's saying it real small because he's by himself. So 2 meaning it's flat, right? That's what I said, right?
Yeah, 2 is flat. 1 is round.
And Larry is by himself. Somebody look, all these 2s is like, they're crickets. I'll help Larry out. You know what I'm saying? If you believe,
where all the flat earthers at?
You believe, bring it on. Around the topic
there to
says
be more.
2. Paul says 1.
Okay.
Around the topic says one. They're come on. It's if you. Oh, let me check Clubhouse now and see.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael in
Maybe
Clubhouse
someone.
says a
Maybe they're on
one.
Clubhouse.
Yeah, Otis says a one. Summer Smith, she hadn't said anything but stars. So Summer, is that a one or two about flat Earth? And then Catherine Divine watched the level next level. So I don't know. She didn't really answer. All right. So we got for flat Earth. Somebody said, "What if it's both?" Okay, we got somebody who just
That's
really.
interesting.
You're not going to get a grade in school for that one,
Yeah.
but that's a good try. You know what I'm saying? You won't never be right or
I'd
wrong.
like to hear that concept.
Well, I don't think they can bag it up though. But Galactic Mystery says both. All right, so Larry says not a flat earther. Ones or twos look like they got a little scared there. Because I'm gonna do a show on that. So again, contact at whythebigsecret.com. So if you know you want some videos on YouTube, if Clubhouse, y'all don't hear it other people, send me those people at the email contact at whythebigsecret.com, and I'm going to reach out to them and see who and how we can get down to this. And pretty much, so it's going to be one of those things. And yeah, so travel east or west for 88,000 miles, and you'll end up back where you started. So that's what Mr. G says. Well, that means they're going around,
If they're going around,
round and round and round, and you go like a
or
merry-go-round.
this way.
Okay. Deborah Blair says the Earth is definitely round. Now, but I said round was two. No, one was round, right?
One was round.
And two was flat. So, Deborah, you put two. Two is flat Earth. So, are you saying, or is she being sarcastic, or just, or Deborah Blair? There we go. So, the Earth, if you're putting up two, you're saying that the Earth is flat. So, I'm not going to give y'all my opinion, whether it's round or flat yet. And shit don't even really matter what I say. But because I'm gonna be a mediator, in between the
Got to be
two,
neutral.
I got to be neutral and let them prove it. Both sides prove it, and so we're gonna get down to that as well, and just fishing. So I'm just letting y'all know that's gonna be up and coming. And I'm still selling popcorn. Ain't nobody bought my popcorn, Nicole.
That ain't right.
It
That's
ain't
good
right.
quality
That's
movie
why I'm
butter
gonna go back off air and
popcorn.
I'm gonna go back off air and be gone another 3 months. I just goes on Billy's. It works out there, but I try to come. I want to be
Sell the
here.
popcorn on 4BK.
Yeah, they support over there. Oh my God, do they? I mean,
Yeah.
they be
Yeah.
popping it out. But of
They
course, it's
do.
thousands of people. But I love our community here as well,
Yes.
because I want to truly bring something special to everybody. Because I'm trying to do a shift uh, for full time because I'm making some great contacts, a lot of new contacts that I can bring here into our space and into our community. And but it takes a lot of work, though. It takes a lot of work to do that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to be sounding like you're begging Roderick or whatever.
Mhm.
But I do have some blessing people behind this thing and what we're doing. All right, so flat Earth. I'm gonna do a show on flat Earth. So if anyone knows some people, once again, that are, when I say know some people, you've been watching some of these people who really going in on this thing, and then we can kind of bring them in together on the show. We'll be doing that really, really soon. The Boris Blair said, I meant one. I'm confused. So now she said the world is round. So we're going to
Okay.
be putting that out there now. The
I
world.
know there's some clubhouse folks that were like really strong flat earthers. So
You know
maybe
what? I
we can
saw a
get
couple
some from
rooms on
there.
that. All right.
Yeah.
So Jessica bought some of my popcorns. It's $5 popcorn,
Woohoo. All
Jessica,
right,
but
Jessica.
you get some pieces. It's not real, but
Pour some out for her.
you get some popcorn, Jessica. You get a little popcorn, but it's appreciative, believe me. So thank you for getting some of the popcorn and all that, and and everyone else. That's cool. We'll go with that. But you were saying?
Oh, I was saying pour some popcorn out for her.
Oh yeah. I did. I sent her some popcorn, and in fact, she gets another highlight because she will right there.
Yes.
She said, "Where
Thanks,
is the other
Jessica.
popcorn?" Oh, she said, "Where is the other popcorn?" All right, it's right here. It's all full. I mean, I do have some things there, but it's all about Oscar nights, and we'll be giving out Oscars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun Friday nights. I'm gonna really make it. My goal for Friday nights is to get people to come here, watch some content, and if they were going to go out to a movie, if they was going to go out somewhere and they decide to stay at home and watch a 2 or 3 hour thing, and we really bring it, then they'll say,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, you can have that $10 or $20 that I was going to spend at the theater instead.
And you
I
never
think
know who's gonna pop in.
you never know who's going to pop in. So I'm telling you, I'm gearing it up. Been on the phones and then talking. We're going to make Friday night something special. And it's again, when I tell you I'm setting up some stuff, it's going to be funny. Y'all really going to be like, this dude here, this is going to be great. But we're going to talk about this UFO stuff. We're going to get, all right. Larry said, that's what I'm talking about. My boy, Larry, I just, here you go.
All right,
Popcorn for Larry.
Larry.
There you go. Y'all get Larry a.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, he bought the whole popcorn. All right. So appreciate you, Larry. Popcorn for you. He bought the whole box of popcorn, but it's still more left. A lot more shit. Y'all can buy the whole thing.
Cases.
Cases of popcorn. And pretty much, yeah, y'all. Everybody in the audience. To Jessica, who got some popcorn a little bit, and Larry, who bought a bunch. Y'all give them some shout out in the audience from there and thank them. Summer says popcorn gets stuck in my teeth every time, man. All right.
Buy some nachos.
But I don't yeah, you can get some
Nachos and cheese.
virtual nachos, Summer. She's in Clubhouse. Virtual nachos. Elizabeth Thomas, is it organic with truffle butter? Yes, it is. This popcorn is like a shapeshifter.
I love it.
It's like a shapeshifter, and it will turn into anything you want it to be.
Whatever you taste, whatever you want it to
Whatever
taste
you
like.
want it to taste like to support this channel. God darn it, it is what it is. All right, Chicago says our flat Earth, so Earth must be too. So, all right. So again, if you think the Earth is flat, number one and two is, one is round, two is flat, right? And so, oh, Jessica says, shit, I'm not, Larry, she said, you can't take all of her popcorn. Yeah.
It's a showdown.
It's a showdown now. Let's give Jessica a round.
All right now, Jessica. Yeah.
All right.
Showing them up.
Yeah. She took all the pop. She said, give me her popcorn back.
Give me my popcorn.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. So great job. Thank you, Jessica, for buying some popcorn. And I still got more. The concession stand is open. JC, here we go. JC just bought some popcorn. JC. All right. There you go. Appreciate you. There you go. Yeah. Give him. There you go.
Some good quality popcorn.
Good quality. It's some good stuff. It's really good. I'm guarantee you. Oh, Summer says, let me go right here. Summer got some popcorn.
Right now, Summer. Right. Yes, Summer.
There we go. All right. So we get that popcorn. Appreciate it. Greatness to Summer. Oh, I just love y'all. I really do. I really do. And I still got plenty more popcorn. But every Friday, we're going to do a show out of this world. And we're going to have popcorn. And then maybe not now, but I may get a $10 drink for y'all to buy. a squig. So we're going to move up the ante, but outside of that, it's pretty good. I really thank you for the support. Let me go back. So Summer, thank you for supporting the show there. And so we got again, Jessica said, I thought he had a special popcorn button to press. Do I need to have one? What would be a special popcorn
button? That would be cool. Like it sounds like it's popcorn popping. All
right. So let me write that down. So next Friday, we'll play popcorn sound. The popcorn is getting ready, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back. So I still got some popcorn left. I know y'all can support this channel on Fridays. I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna make sure I'm here for you. We'll bring some guests. We'll bring information. We'll bring some infotainment to you. Chicago been laughing. I don't know if Chicago is laughing to buy more popcorn. Chicago hasn't bought any popcorn, have they?
I don't think so.
He said, I'll buy some next Friday between pay weeks. Okay, that's cool. I'm with you.
I know that's right.
And he says, my wife will ground me. So anybody want to buy Chicago some popcorn? How
Yeah,
about
I
that?
was gonna say buy the popcorn for your wife.
Yeah. Anybody want to buy popcorn from me for Chicago? How about that? We help each other here, just like the beings are supposed to be here to help us. So
Right.
if you are here from outer space, buy some popcorn. Support the human dynasty here. What we're doing.
Yes.
Magnetica says, right, I'm with you, Chicago. You talk about I have 5 kids and 4. So if he had 7 kids, I would understand. But 5, he got some workers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a basketball team.
It's a basketball team, shoes, and put it out there. So anyway, the flat earth, is there any other topics that we should cover that will make some great debates? And y'all put it in the chat down here as we're taking notes. But again, I still got popcorn. If you just here with us, it's virtual popcorn. It's about our Friday night show that we're going to be doing here. And again, you're going to enjoy it. It's going anything goes. It's going to be some great stuff. All right. So we are going to offer some more popcorn. There we go to Deborah. Thank you.
Yes. Deborah.
All right. There we go. So thank you very much for the popcorn. Chicago says, I got you next Friday, Roderick. I'm going to have popcorn for you next Friday. Some great popcorn and some great people. We're going to bring some psychics back in here. We're going to do, now when we do our thing with Anthony, he's going to do some real channeling. So y'all really get the real.
That's going to be cool.
That's going to be real cool.
Yeah.
And he's going to put some stuff out there and pretty much. So far we done got rid of, we still got the popcorn. You know what? I actually really have a real live popcorn machine, the real one. So next Friday,
my mom has one. Those are so
next Friday,
cool.
I'm gonna have that bad boy sitting right here.
Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, pop, pop. Virtually though.
Right.
And yeah, but I'm gonna have it right there so y'all can see it. And I'm just having a lot of fun. Oh, so all right, wait a minute. Somebody's trying to buy out the popcorn. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she said get rid of all that popcorn. Black Friends Meat says $10. That first we're gonna do a
she got a combo.
She got a combo. Yeah, she got a combo.
So
we'll get her the claps first in just a second, and then I'm gonna give her my new thank you. Y'all ready? I'm gonna give her.
I want to thank you for buying my popcorn because I'm telling you, this shit is good. It's good. And I can use the money.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I can use that money, so I want to thank you.
All right. So that's $10. Get that kind of stuff. And here we go. All right. So but we still got more. Larry says, can we buy a ticket to space and pick an alien in the world visit for $5? If we can,
I'll buy that.
Huh?
I'll buy that ticket.
We'll buy that ticket. All right. So we need to do that. We need to probably find a love thing with the alien and a night out, a date or something.
Right.
Really
you might get more than you bargained for, though.
Yeah. We put this
thing
together.
To Barbara.
Yeah, there we go. And pretty much. So if you're in Clubhouse, you want to come up live, just punch. There's a thing up the a pin link on Clubhouse. It'll bring you over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And pretty much. So, man, I just want to thank everybody who's been buying this popcorn. I'm telling you, in a minute, somebody's going to say it tastes good, right? They really playing a role. And they were like, that was a great popcorn. And it's virtual. Literally, you can really imagine. We're supposed to be able to imagine things anyway. The taste of this buttery popcorn.
I'm gonna go pop some popcorn after this for real.
It's got better butter than any butter that's out there. Okay, and it's not just any popcorn. It's a Why the Big Secret popcorn with a Why the Big Secret formula involved. But the popcorn goes to, maybe I'm making this up though, the Why the Big Secret Kids. There is none, but it just sounds good. Like I got some foundation. Why the big kids,
Right.
Big Secret Kids. I don't have one. So don't be going out there to my Roderick say, "What, he got this." I do not have a foundation for kids. Um, but anyway, I am the kid, And I'm just being honest. I'm telling you, I'm being honest because it was a challenge for me to be here in the evenings. I was going to start live streaming in the daytime because I'm around, and then when I do, my little side gigs to hustle and stuff. But don't get me wrong, life is great. On all these, I'm working on projects for TV. Contracts is coming down the line, and so, but I'm still be here for you. But until I get to that, it's a difficult task. Let's see. So, can you show pictures of all the different galactic aliens and have an alien beauty contest? Whoa. I
That's
don't have any, but
interesting.
that's a damn good idea.
I wonder if they wear makeup. That would be interesting.
That is a good idea. We need to I'm gonna make sure we write that down. I don't really need to. I'll get that information. But yes, we need to do that one of the night shows. We need, because I got a book right here. This guy has 80 different extraterrestrials by Campo or whatever. And of course, we got the Palladians, the cute people, and all this. And then there's some people out there,
The
right?
Arcturians and
Yeah.
all
And
these folks.
so Jessica says, Jessica says kettle popcorn is the best. It's kettle. This is kettle popcorn.
Kettle corn, yeah.
I'm telling you, that shit just changed whatever y'all need to know it. Elizabeth says we got to have a variety with the popcorn: buttery, kettle pop, truffle, salt. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna order some of those stage props, and we'll have different types of popcorn. And when we talk at the end of the show, is that okay? So if you guys are okay of going with that with me, so when we do these Friday shows and you find value and you just buy some popcorn, okay, and a drink. I'm a hot dog lover, but I know everybody don't eat no hot dogs. So people be up here.
And icy.
And icy.
They sell at the theater.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be doing that as well. We'll put an icy, but that's how I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to give you guys some different awards for you guys. But right now, I'll go back over the show, and next week when we do another show, I will then post up here all you popcorn buyers from last week so people know who you were. And then if you buy again next week, we know you love popcorn. And the popcorn says you love what I do. Okay? Is that fair enough? No? Is that fair enough? The popcorn sends me a message that I'm popping. I'm hot. It's good. It's this stuff is popping for you. And the fact that if I can't get you to buy some popcorn between now and next year and me doing these shows, I'm not doing my job. So you ain't got to do it all now. But all right. So last call for the popcorn. Anybody else want to get the claps, get the happy face, the support right here by the popcorn before we all get away tonight, and thank you and all that good stuff. So all right, so I think this was just me coming back. Again, we'll put some stuff together for everybody and have a great show, Nicole. I think we'll do some stuff and really put some. Yeah, I mean, I like I say, they have no clue, but nothing will be the same ever again. Right here, you're gonna see it up a level, and I'm not joking.
I'm excited.
I am not joking. I've been working putting some stuff together, and then, the show producer was actually have some show producers now that actually do are doing that kind of work, and they really have expanded my mind. Like, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't think about that. And boy, they chopping it out. So, I'm just going to come banging. I'm going to come doing what I do. Summer, thank you. Summer says, thanks for the show, Rod, and great job, family from Rob G. We have Barbara Lamb is the greatest. Did the Annunaki get the popcorn when they was here? That's what I'm talking about.
They gave it to us.
we got to have that humor right there. Larry said, did the Annunaki get the popcorn? They left a little bit, Larry, and I got a little bit left.
Seeds.
yeah, for whoever else want to get some popcorn before we go tonight, it will support the channel. It will support the show. Why the Big Secret, and this is the greatest thing I can come up with to entice you to do. But Friday night we're gonna have a theme, so we're gonna come up with a new theme. It won't be no Freaky Friday though.
I know.
Yeah, we're gonna change that.
Fun Friday,
What kind?
fantastic Friday.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got to go along with the theme of Why the Big Secret though. So we got to put the secret in the name of it. But it's Friday. So if anyone out there who comes up with the best name of the Friday night Why the Big Secret show, and yeah, we had Freaky Friday, but I think there's a little too much. I want it to be more of a. I want it to be something that you guys are going to share to your friends and say, you got to come to this show on Friday, whether it's a conspiracy or whatever. Because we're going to get into conspiracies too. Not making them up, but we're going to dissect them. That's why y'all see the new theme of Why the Big Secret, like the Kennedy assassinations, those are conspiracies, secret societies, all those things. Everything that is a secret that people talk about or is big when it happened, but we don't talk about it today. So we're going to want to know, why is the big secret? We're going to go down those rabbit holes. So she says, I would like to see Skinny Bob, the alien, in the beauty contest. Do you know I didn't know who that was until that was brought to my attention the other day, Skinny Bob, so I don't know about that. Magnetica says Far Out Flight Fright. And then Conspiracy Friday. Elizabeth says that's as simple as it get though, right? But we need something. I want to put the why. How about put the word why at the beginning? So we want it to be a question for Friday. What do you think, Nicole? No.
I'm trying to think how you can, put that in there.
Black Friends Meet. Jessica says Skinny Bob is dead. He's gone. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, he said he's a goner. He's out of here. So I don't think he can be part of the contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you have some truth in his existence, he's still alive. Prove it, and then we'll put him in the deal. Okay. All right. So if you're in Clubhouse, we're just ratting on here, and I really appreciate you if you're here listening and hanging around. If you have not subscribed to the Why the Big Secret YouTube channel, please go ahead and click that link, come up in there, subscribe, and you can hop back in the conversation from there. Once again, the Big Secret Conversation, said Larry. Maybe I want it to be like a result. When they're coming with an expectation, and we're going to take them to that. And we may not always have the answer, but we're definitely going to put together the thing for everything else. You know what I mean? But I want to make it a big ordeal. I want people to share it. I want people to tell everybody about it. I want people coming. It's like lining up at the door for the show for Friday. Yeah, we're gonna come in here with it, blow this thing out, and we'll build up.
I can't wait for Friday. TGI Friday.
I want people like, honey, where we going for Friday? We're gonna watch Why the Big Secret, baby. Everybody sitting around the couch, get your popcorn ready. It's showtime. It's showtime. We're gonna watch Why the Big Secret. Somebody said, why fear the secret? Oh, that shit sounds good though. That might not be bad.
Excuse me. That's a good twist to it.
My mom be like, boy, why are you cursing on YouTube? My mom listened to us, y'all. I just want y'all to know. She be watching now. She asked me the other day about the Bible show. She was watching the one I did on Billy Carson. She was pissed off.
Ooh.
Boy, yeah, she's like, I taught you better than that to be contradicting the Bible. And I was like, Mom, I'm just doing a show. I'm serious. She was like really getting on me. And until I felt I was a full grown man and wasn't gonna get no whooping. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say she gonna go get that belt.
It took a minute though. I was like, Mom, I was trying to explain to her, Mom, listen. And then finally I manned up. Like, Mom, listen. Mom, listen. It's, you know what I'm saying? And I went from here to there, and I was like, boy, there's some psychological damage going on here. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, okay. But yeah, so Elizabeth says she like it. Why fear the secret? I'm thinking we might be a good one. That may just be a good one for Friday nights.
Yeah,
Huh.
I like that. It's a twist on
It's
Why
a
the Big
twist.
Secret.
Summertime, she can still whoop you. Yeah, and she would, even if I was like running slow, and she was
You
trying to
ain't
catch
too
me.
old.
I ain't too old. Yeah, she says it all the time. Somebody said a big secret exposed on Friday. Okay, all right, we're writing it down here. Huh. And another thing I'm trying to do, I'm throwing this out here for y'all. I want, why the big secret hat, as you can see, Nicole, is more of what they call a word art. I want to get a logo or symbol that represent either the why or the secret. I'm down with the third eye, but you giving them, yeah, right. I'm wearing this thing.
That's
But
so
I'm
cool.
saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm wearing the hat. This came from Billy Carson. He was like, here, man. He called it our crown. This is our crown. And so I have a blue one. I'm trying to get a red one from him, though. All right. So I want to get together a new symbol so if anyone out there design logos and things, but I want it to have silver and gold in the colors so when I print it, but then also an abstract, and so once we put some cool gear together as well as this, but something people are like, what does that mean? Well,
right.
gotta be part of the Truth Seekers, baby. So Larry says not everyone. Somebody says getting Frank on Fridays. Getting Frank on Friday.
Getting Frank on Friday.
Well, hell, we might as well say get ridiculous on Friday with Roderick. Ridiculous Roderick. You know what I'm saying? Boy, that sounds good. I mean, Frank sounds like
good ideas.
Some great ideas. Getting Frank on Fridays is it. Anyone else want to throw something in the hat? I haven't checked Clubhouse. They may be putting some in the comments and giving some ideas for some names. Let me see if anybody threw anything down in here. No? Somebody said I can design your logo, and his name is Ernie. Ernie, my email address is contact@whythebigsecret.com. And please put your contact number in there, because a lot of people email me, but they don't want me to call them, and don't think I will. I'll be like, I'll call you if you got some ideas from there. So Ernie, did you get that email? Let me know in Clubhouse. Contact CONTACT. He says type it. Let me try to do that then right now. And then you could talk to me on that. And then we'll let everybody know who did it. And all right, there you go. And just put it there. Make sure you send me an email. Frankie Franks. And he said he does like hot dogs, so it's so perfect. You're right, Summer. That's somebody who's listening. I do like hot dogs. So Franks and Franks. Okay, that'll be good too. All right, so we got the big secret exposed. We got why fear the secret. I think that's cool too.
I think that's cool.
It's really cool.
No Fear Fridays.
No Fear Fridays.
Goes along with that fear thing.
Really? Oh, okay.
I still like the other one better. I just was thinking that.
I want the word why in it. I like that. And then he got the secret. So
yeah.
Why fear the big secret? It's like that's be turning the whole.
Just tell us.
Tell us, right? You can't handle the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll be doing that. All right. So y'all heard it. Ernie D said he's going to help me with the logo. I'm letting everybody hear it. Ernie.
All right, Ernie.
We got a lot of people on YouTube listening to you as well. The biggest secret never told. Which y'all coming up with some.
That sounds like a book. Like I want
drama
to read a book.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like let's make a movie with
TV
that.
TV show, right? A series.
Yeah, shoot, the big secret.
Get it on Netflix.
Man, I mean, you start playing like
I want to watch that. I want to or read it if it's a book.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be like, not that one. I'm trying to find my other one. If it's gonna be, no, it'd be this one. You'd be like, the big secret that was never told. Is that what she said? Yeah, the biggest secret that can never be told. Someone is cheating on you, and you need our psychic stuff to know who it is. Look like Who's cheating on me? Well, the only person you
Right.
with, I hope. You know what I'm saying? Hope you don't go there every trying to figure out who's cheating on me. Well, how many people you got? Anyway, yeah, that is a book though. The biggest secret ever told, for sure. All right. We just having fun, y'all. It's Friday. We just hanging out now. I hope y'all figured it out by now, right? There's no narrative going
Yeah.
on here. All right. So why fear the secret? The biggest secret can never told. The biggest secret exposed. And Jessica said it's a book. He says, picture of being a silent jester with the big secret. All right, y'all own it. Disclosure Fridays. It's kind of simple, JC, but I get where you're going with that. You know, I want to make it a theme. I want to make it a theme so that when I ask you for the support that night while you're watching the show, everybody get their popcorn. Right? Friday phobia. That sounds creepy.
Yeah, it sounds like spiders or something. I'm afraid of spiders.
That sounds creepy though. That's like
That's my phobia.
anybody got phobias? Yeah, that's like
I got them. Spiders
right.
is my number one.
Yeah, that sounds like be like playing them crickets. That's yeah.
Yeah.
All right, phobia. Okay, disclosure is up on us. Now I am not even going to try that one, Magnetic, because he's giving his name like Friday. Like it's a whole different pronunciation. Everybody knows we're not silent. Okay, but Friday phobia. All right.
Oh,
That's
he
2
spelled
words
it with a PH.
with a PH.
Friday
Yeah.
with a PH.
Yeah. Fat Friday with Roderick. Yeah. Don't y'all go there. I know I'm overweight. Matter of fact, guys, I'm working on this weight. I got some products that I've been using. Been giving me a lot of energy. I also have this lady, Dr. Parker, and she's been doing what they call this energy healing, where you give them your affirmation in your voice, and you say the affirmation, send a picture, and this thing runs this whole thing on your energy just from you, and then it plays you these tones. It'll play you these tones that will actually heal your body. Like it's almost like a bunch of singing bowls, but this thing is phenomenal.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's amazing, and I listen to it before I go to bed. Yeah, and
I believe in sound energy healing. So
yeah,
cool.
so yeah, and so sound heal energy. So y'all want to pretty much do that. So yeah, we so I was telling, we got some psychic people, readers, regression therapists. We got a whole slew of people that's going to be part of the Why the Big Secret family. So, and all of these people will probably give you some, a good family thing to do some of the things that you need and want. But you're going to have a lot of fun with that, right? And pretty much. And so, once again, we might have some new people that have hopped in here. If not, it's Friday right here on the screen. It's still hot out of the machine. I got hot popcorn, $5. You can support the channel right now. Buy you some popcorn. We done had about almost 5-10 people buy popcorn tonight.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and someone bought 2. So then they was trying to. I just want to sell out the popcorn tonight, y'all. I want to sell out this popcorn. It's virtual popcorn, but it is delicious and nutritious. It could be kettle pop. What else we can think, Nicole? It could be
Parmesan flavor.
Parmesan flavor.
Sprinkles of Parmesan.
Buttery Jack flavor. Buttery Jack.
Somebody said truffle butter.
Truffle butter. Yeah. So right now on screen, if you want to support the show, you can do it through Venmo, Cash App. You can do it through PayPal or YouTube right here, and you can buy a box of popcorn. And so Friday nights is going to be the show, and that's all I would ask when you come. If we entertain you and give you value, I'm gonna make sure we give you value. All right. So Rob says he's got $2 worth of popcorn. So
all right.
He says, welcome back. He says $2 worth of popcorn, meaning there's in this particular box, there's a $3 worth of popcorn left. But then I still got, you can have your own box for $5. So if y'all want to buy the rest of Rob's box, and then which would be $3, or you can get your own box. And this is not a sharing box. I just want y'all to know. It's not the bucket. Oh, I need to get a bucket, don't I?
Yes. Different sizes.
Different sizes.
Small, medium, large. That's the super big one.
That'll be how the support goes. So let me hear it from the chat. Are y'all okay with that? If that's the way, in a humorous fashion, on Friday nights when we do our show, we will ask for support through popcorn purchase. 10 of y'all, 12 did it tonight, just sparingly, and oh my God, that's just a blessing. Anyone else want to agree that that this will be something we can do, and just shows your support on Fridays, and look forward to it, and if it's not the time for you to do it, it's okay, it's all right, it's cool. If you never do it, I'm pausing for that one. I want to make sure I do that a good enough job that someone would say, man, it's worth to buy some virtual popcorn from you for $5.
Yeah.
Because we got Netflix, we got Hulu, we got all these things for entertainment. And I just want people to know it is no joke to come in here to do this, but I love it. And we're going to get bigger. When Ancient Aliens and stuff show, they got 2 million viewers. I'm in 3 or 4 episodes. Actually, I'm going back to do some more. We're going to be on the map, y'all. There's some big projects I'm going to be part of. Yes. And you guys are part of this development and growth right here. And we're going to get some secrets. I'm making government contacts. I got my first 2 the other day. Gave me some insider stuff. So that's going to make us get ahead of the game. Okay. And then we're going to explore a topic that's out of this world that's going to bring the true stories. I got to learn more before I can open up that whole mission. So from there. So you think we can get a couple of more soul before we go tonight? Some pop. You think anybody's still hungry?
Pop, pop, pop. Come on.
Pop, pop. All right. Who want to close us out? Oh, sound your mind. Shit. He thought either he's trying to get us off and get rid of all the popcorn. But here we go, and you get the popcorn there. Yeah. And then he also get the special.
Man, I want to thank your ass for this popcorn you just bought. I'm telling you, you know it's some good stuff. From Why the Big Secret, the best popcorn in the galaxy, baby.
All right, so he gets that. And thank you. Sound your mind. It's my toy. I got a new toy. You got a new toy.
I
right?
like that. Yeah.
It's cool, right? It's cool. So got a new toy. And so that was the popcorn from there. So we're gonna hit it. We hit it hard for there. So we're almost done. He just bought I got look, this virtual stuff is endless, really, but I gotta tell people it's coming to an end. We're running out of popcorn. Scarcity, y'all. We're running out of popcorn tonight, and but I appreciate it. It really is much love. Anything else? So, to the audience, to you, is there anything that you want to see? Once again, coming down the pipeline, we're going to talk about Flat Earth. We did the consensus there, so I'm surprised that there's only a couple of flat earthers, and then there was a lot of rounds. So we need to find more flat earthers. Make sure, reach out, help me in the community. You guys reach out and find these people. Look for them on YouTube. Look for them all over the place. Anybody that talks about flat earth, reach out to them. Send me the link back to my contact at whythebigsecret.com email address so that I can reach out to her and start this debate. Bring them on. I don't care if we get 5 over here, 5 over there. Well, I'm gonna be in the middle, so we need 4 and 4. But I want some flat earthers, and I want some real advocates that's want to prove why the world is round. And I want the flat earthers to prove their point why it's flat. And at the end of the day, I'm going to get them to change my mind on whatever way I was thinking. Yeah. And if they can prove that, we're going to make them the flat earthers of the year or the rounders of the year.
Right. Get a special crown.
Well, no, I'm going to give it right here. They get an Oscar.
Oh, they get the Oscar.
Yeah, okay. They get the Oscar. Yeah. So when we start having our debates, I got plenty of these, and I might actually ship them to them. But we got these debates, the Oscars. Let me put it in front of my camera. There you go. And you would get one of these with the Why the Big Secret sticker on there that you are the winner, and it's a star, and you'll be a star. And then when I redo the website, your picture is going to, but it's going to be only on Friday nights. We're going to get down to, we're going to have some winners, we're going to have some losers. But no slaps. Nobody will get slapped. We don't do that.
Non-violent.
Non-valid. Make sure y'all smash the like button before we bounce tonight. Thank you, LaSoul. Yes, you guys hit that like button. Share. Start sharing the channel when y'all get a chance too. This live stream won't stay up a lot because it's too long to just be leading, and people ain't gonna really watch it. So what I might do is cut it now, and then we'll do our. Once I'm better prepared, and I will be, I'm gonna get with the people on this Annunaki thing because I really want to go deeper. So I really wasn't me having enough. They gave me some great questions, but I really didn't know some of the answers myself, so I couldn't really engage y'all the way I want. And it's my fault because that's just me. But the people who's working, they got some answers. So next time I'll make sure I get some of the answers, and we're gonna redo this Anunnaki thing. So what I'm gonna probably do for all of you is get back in there, cut it to where Barbara Lamb changed the thumbnail, at least conversation with Barbara Lamb, and then we are going to go deep with this Anunnaki stuff. And yeah, we're gonna go deep. Well, I'll have the videos ready, the whole layout like we do. And somebody says, what brought you to believe in aliens? If he's talking to me, I saw an alien when I was not an alien. What the hell? There's a big difference. I did not see an alien. I did not. When I was 12, I saw a UFO in Dallas. It was flying, little white thing. Behind it was two little jets, and it came back the other way. And I didn't really realize how significant that moment was in my life. But for months and years rolled by, it just stayed seared in my brain. And I grew up in a neighborhood that you couldn't talk about that stuff, bullies and all that. And it was just one of those things you didn't talk about. But over the years, I then began to stay with the story. So that was pretty cool from there. And then, I tell people the story 2-3 years ago. I was in a house that I couldn't talk about aliens. I was married. I'm divorced now. And I won't look at it as a hater thing, but I was always wanted to watch these things. And it's a true story. I'm telling you, true story. And she used to just get pissed off at the highest of festivity. I'm making this word, but that was that big to her. And she's like, you just watching this stuff. And I was also the king of these 3 stepkids who I thought, hey, I'm shaping them, but they was her kids. So she was like, don't show my kids nothing about UFOs. So I'm paying all the bills. I'm paying for Ancient Aliens History Channel, and I couldn't watch it, and I couldn't turn on the TV. So I'm like, man, come on, wait a minute. I want to talk about this UFO stuff. But Nicole, I did decide to be a good husband because I'm thinking this is affecting the she-wolf, right? And that's what I called her. So the she-wolf, it was affecting the she-wolf. I'm sorry, that was her name. That's my name to her. So the she-wolf would just be like, argh. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. But our issue had issue. Okay. And let me give y'all this story. Y'all make sure. I used to sit and like watch Ancient Alien. You know how I just play over and over until the TV say, are you still watching? If you fall asleep. So I was doing that and loving it. And you think it's not incredible? Back in October the 3rd this year, when I got that check from them, that 3 years ago, I'm sitting here just watching these people on TV. Now, all of these people on TVs now on my phones, we talk, the producers, but just the irony of that I get back and I got a check in my hand, Roderick Martin from Prometheus, Ancient Aliens. And I was like, I thought I cried when I got the first deal, but this one I was like, I didn't cry. Like, hell yeah. So I sent her a copy. I sent her a copy because it's still, she can't see the mount, just the windows. I sent her a copy of it. Said, bam. Yeah. But then I realized that was too petty because it was petty. I'm bigger than that. Not physically, but I am physically bigger. But I'm saying I'm bigger than that mentally. But it still was that moment to prove the point that, the gorilla thing, King Kong, I'm the big dog. I done this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I should be proud of that moment. And I should share it with my family and exes and everybody else who didn't believe. You know what I'm saying? You should share that moment with them. So I shared it. She did cry a little bit. Like, I just didn't know that you was believing in that so much. You really didn't know. There was no indicators that I was into the UFO stuff. You know what I'm saying? None about them alien stuff on my wall. Nothing watching Ancient Aliens all night. Going to see Independence Day. Independence Day.
Right.
You did not know your husband was into the alien stuff. Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, forget that. So
Mine
now,
knows I'm into it. He's
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
just
So she's like,
accepted it.
so I'm saying this to everybody that I don't know what the future would have hold, but for that to have happened, and but now, okay, on a serious note, let me see, expansion and cancel it. Oh, hey, Bridget, what's going on? She said it was perfect. Life pivot,
Bridget.
following your passions. I need to call Bridget. I haven't talked to her. I'm gonna call you tonight or tomorrow. I know her and her husband they had an hour difference, so it'll be a little different. But Bridget, I'm gonna call you. But here's the deal. I did realize, and I want everybody to hear this. I now have studied enough, you know, what is really happening with this phenomenon and this cultural lens. Okay, and so the forgiving side of me knows that she was not really against me as a hater. She was against the whole thing from religious standpoint that will not
Yeah.
her allow her to see it even as my interest to support me, but at the same time, to even venture down the rabbit hole, period. So it was like this taboo, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and so I realized that now still my human side, which is ain't perfect, and I'm here to learn that experience. Said send her a picture of that shit, dude, so you could tell you know what I'm saying. But the loving, compassionate side that I
I
am
told
learning,
you so.
yeah, it's like it's a zen rod. It's your life. You don't have to be so petty. She didn't understand. Her eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just
Yeah.
leave it at that, and that's the story. That's worth some popcorn for y'all now because some of y'all are watching TV and you're gonna be in this thing deeper. You never know because I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was not something I knew where I was gonna be today, but very fortunate. And for tomorrow is gonna be out this world. Okay, when it comes down on that. So other than that, that is my story. So you're saying your hubby don't believe in this thing at all? No.
Not really.
Oh,
He
I'm
thinks
sorry.
that he believes that UFOs exist, but he believes it's something that humans created, that the government is hiding the fact that they have a lot more technology than they're saying they have. But he doesn't think it's coming from another planet or dimension or anything. He's like, no, it's humans. So, like,
Wow.
so
Well, I think it's pretty much. I think it's let me see here. Just checking. We got a clubhouse conversation going, so y'all would know
ah,
that. Yeah, there. But I can't get back to the room. But it's there. I just want this chat thing won't close. There we go. Darn it. There it is. All right. All right. So for those of you still listening, Clubhouse, thank you. Greatness of Brittany is in the Clubhouse room tonight. She's been with us from day one. I'm just looking, Brittany. Hello, hello, hello. And Summer, thank you as well. We got a couple of new people into the club room. If you're there for the first time, you want to hop into YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and pretty much from there. So, well, I mean, I think so what do you do, Nicole? I mean, how do you know, what do you think would happen if an extraterrestrial showed up tomorrow? Then what? How would he take it?
he'd have to believe.
You have to believe.
I think he's got to see it to believe it type of person.
Mm,
And even if he sees it, I don't know if he might be like that was some kind of robot technology or something like that.
right.
Like it will be hard for him to accept that something came from another planet and just waltzed into our living room or something.
Yeah. Now I want to bring something up. When Barbara Lamb was on, wouldn't I see you in the chat said you think you were murdered in a past life?
I Yes.
You want to talk
Hmm.
about that? Just me and you? Nobody.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So I had this dream. It was so real to me. Um, it just literally felt like um, I I felt the feeling so of what it felt like to die. you know, and so without the pain, you know, because I wasn't physically there. This was like a memory. So I was in a dark alleyway. I couldn't see what I looked like. I just know I was in a dark alleyway. It was at night. There was a lot of brick, like walls, almost like, you know, you're in like a city. If you live in like, if you've ever been to like a city, especially an older city, like where I grew up in Philadelphia area or like New York City, like a lot of those brick buildings, it felt like I was in like a brick, you know, between two brick buildings in this dark alleyway, and this hooded figure. I couldn't make out the face or any details. I just know the person was hooded, stabbed me in the chest. Um, and I felt the sensation of the knife going into my chest, collapsing to the ground. And then I felt a very weightless feeling, like I was rising up out of my body. And it's the same thing that I've felt during astral travel experiences. So um, it was that similar feeling of rising up. And I remember turning around, looking down, and feeling sorry, you know, for what happened, but not really caring anymore. Kind of like, oh, that's sad that that happened to that person. And then I remember just continuing to float away. So it was a very, you know, I woke up out of my sleep like in shock because it was so vivid and so clear, and the feeling felt so real to me, like a feeling that I've experienced before. So it was very strange, but yes.
Whoa, that's deep.
And I would always love to like get a regression done because I want to see if that comes up.
Did you call Barbara Lamb?
I know. I was like,
but you may be disappointed because you have so many multiple lives. Something else may come up.
Yes,
Then you
I
might
have
see
a
yourself.
completely different
You might see yourself
past
stabbing
life
somebody.
memory. Right.
Yeah.
I
You
have
might
a
be on the other foot,
completely
like,
different one. Yeah.
yeah, and then
So I think my soul has been around for a while. I just feel like that.
Let's be serious about this. You are. What do your husband say when his wife is telling him a bedtime story that I think I saw myself being killed in another life?
He doesn't ignores me most of the time, but he's very spiritual, so he does believe in like, you know, like having dreams where you know, might be contacted from somebody that passed on and things like that, because I've also experienced that as well. So, yeah, he believes in that, and he would probably might believe that, but I just don't know how he doesn't fully embrace the whole like reincarnation theory. So, um, I don't know how he feels about that.
So he won't. Y'all won't be at the Christmas party and everybody's introducing their husband and wives. And he goes, "Yeah, my wife is the maker. My wife is a Lord. Yeah, my wife got stabbed in another life, and we're still trying to figure that out." You know what I'm saying? He's not doing that.
No.
He's like, yeah, my wife is special. My wife beat all y'all wives. Shit, y'all wives just bakers and lawyers. My wife got stabbed in another life. And I'm telling y'all, it's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I would approach it. If you and I was out on a Friday, we'll be chilling. My homegirl in the cold. Yeah, what you do? What you do for a living? You mortgage? You what? Oh, you work for so and so? No, my girl over here, my friend. She's a bad some good. Yes, she lived to tell the story. She got stabbed before, and you get what I'm saying. We'll go down together. I'm with you.
Right.
And I think that's how we need to handle this stuff with humor. Everybody's so serious and it's just so I understand the trauma. I'm not saying that it's not possible. But wouldn't you just like to sit around and tell the real stories? Yeah, man, them aliens got me last night. Them chickens took my eggs, dude, without asking.
Right. That would be a different world.
My last egg. I'm trying to have a baby with my husband. They took my last egg. You know what I'm saying? just the conversations, right? And
Right.
you just be like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's deal with it. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't tell a story. Oh, yeah, they probed me last night and it hurt. You were like,
Right.
dude, that's no, that hurt, So, but we gotta know someday, just as much as us driving down the street, we're gonna see them at McDonald's or we'll see them doing something. Yeah, man, y'all see them last night? Yeah, man, that dude was on a corner with a sign. We work for food. No, he got a spaceship. Just, that's what it's gonna be like. I
Right.
think, and we'll do that. All right. So before we get out of here, why fear the secret? That's a big one. And if you hear me now, we're just trying to figure out a show name. Can you do a show on RH blood and telekinesis? That's interesting. Telekinesis.
Mm.
What do you think?
I like that. I like telekinesis and any kind of telecommunication. That
Yeah.
is how that's how the ETs communicate.
Yeah.
According
Telepathy.
to according to what Anthony was saying.
Well, I thought that's telepathy. I thought telekinesis
Telepathy,
would mean
yes.
they bend the spoon.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, when they move objects with their mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So telepathy. We can do telepathy.
They're
TNT.
connected. I think they would be too
The show will be
good.
called like
uh,
TNT. Telepathy
right.
and telepathy. Yeah. Like a blow up sign and put some stuff there.
Exactly.
All right. So I'm writing this down. So we're going to discuss some of that and pretty much. And so another show name was The Biggest Secret Never Told. This is for Friday. We're just trying to come up with a Friday theme for you all. If you just now hopping in here every Friday, we're going to put something down, entertainment value. I mean, stuff that you're going to sit in front of your house and just chill and say, get to the couch. We finna watch Why the Big Secret on Friday. This is it's going to be a good one. And whatever it is, it may not have a great time. It's going to be almost like you just turn on, Ellen DeGeneres. That's one of my best shows. I'm surprised she's gone, but I'm sorry she's gone. But like David Letterman, you don't really know what it's about. You're just going to go watch his show that night.
Right.
I want to be that epic where you just going to come on Friday night. You ain't going to even know what it's about, but we're just going to bring in people throughout this thing on Fridays. That's just going to be entertainment, and you're going to be able to buy popcorn. And I'm going to put it out here. If it gets to a point where it's too hard to produce because we can't produce it because it's not done for free. I'm just letting y'all know on the back end, time, some of these other people. And there's not a lot, just little stuff, because sometimes we buy little tools, little stuff. Just support. If you find value, like you would if you were going out. Now, don't get me wrong, we ain't talking about no Wakanda movie. I ain't comparing it to that. You go see that this Friday if you're going to go. It's out now, though, right? Wakanda?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So you go and do that. But if you sitting back and you having some fun, and you want some virtual popcorn, large, we're gonna have small, large, and whatever, and a drink or two. You just support the channel. We'll have popcorn prices at $5. They $5 at the theater, so don't be talking about my popcorn is high. You know what I'm saying? This popcorn expensive. This is virtual.
It's more
popcorn.
than $5. Yeah.
Yeah, in this popcorn, you can think stuff. You can change the flavor in your mind. It's butter delicious. It's got memories to it. This one just might be. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is not normal popcorn. It's not. If you only knew what virtual popcorn is. We're supposed to be in a simulation theory anyway. That's what people say,
Right.
right? We're going. You know what? That's a show. We need to do a show on the simulation thing too. Yeah, I'm gonna get with those people to the producers they digging in all this conspiracy and stuff from there. So we will do that. So on Fridays we do that. Okay, so I'm about to end the show, but I know you got you about an hour ahead of you, right?
Yes, I'm an hour ahead of you.
Are you good tonight? Because boy, where the kids at? I mean, you doing good
Oh,
tonight?
they're asleep. They're in bed.
See, I used to say put the children to bed and go looking for. And, that was the opening. All right. So before we go, anyone else out there? Did you enjoy just us talking tonight? I haven't been here in a while. We're back. Let me know in the chat. Kudos. Some of you probably dropped off. We've been here late. We done had, I think, 12 popcorn sales tonight. A couple of double doses, and it's probably been the most we ever had popcorn sales because we never sold popcorn, but it's been the most. and then all that good stuff. So I'm just pretty happy from there, Nicole.
Yes.
So let me find my closing arguments here. And how long should the Friday night show be? Since we're just going to have an open show on Fridays, what do you think? And audience too. What do y'all think? How long should the Friday night show? And what'll be happening too pretty soon is some of you will be able to hop in. You know, I'll come back like Clubhouse sometimes, and maybe I'll get somebody to moderate that where they could put in the we got somebody hitting us up in the chat now. We got a spammer. It's getting caught right now, but we definitely need to block their behind completely. You see it?
I don't see it yet.
All right, mods, y'all kick that thing out of there. Yeah, it's not showing up on my end, so maybe we're getting it. Hide. That one is hidden. Yeah, there we go. All right. So someone says 3 hours. Bridget said 3 to 4 hours for a Friday night show. All right, 3 to 4. We got 3. Good starting time. You know, I'm Central, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. You know, what do you think?
I think the time that you start now works. You know, if you go from, I guess, 8 your time to 11.
Okay, 8 to 11. All right, before midnight. It would be midnight on your hand, on your side.
Yeah, on my end, it would be.
Yeah. Magnetica says time flies listening. All right, so 3 hours. Now that should deserve a $5 donation, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? If I bring it on Friday night, I'm gonna talk about bring it. Well, we enjoying it. We have some time. We're laughing. We're learning. You're meeting some stuff, getting some heart, and maybe some tear jerkers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that good to buy some $5 popcorn? Because if it's not, I won't do it. I won't do it if it ain't gonna worth value. Most of you. But my goal is to put in, but then I want y'all to share it too. You know, people will share it because it's worth it. You know, good little intro, good little some bangers, you know, and little stuff, put it to it. I gotta reach out. You used to be on Clubhouse, right? Yeah. Remember Butterscotch? Remember Butterscotch, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to reach out to her. So she'll be, you know how you got the Tonight Show and she'll be the music side of things and be jamming.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna see what she'll do for that. So can I catch the last half after our awake and ascending? Oh, I can. Bridget says she can be here on the last half. Okay, so all right. So again, we're gonna think of the names. If you got some people on flat Earth against for the simulation theory, we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna talk about what was the other topics earlier today. I will look into that telekinesis stuff as well and telepathy.
The moon, that could be one.
The hollow or landing? Well, I think hollow this time.
I was gonna say, there's really those two different moon theories. Did we ever really go to the moon?
Yeah.
Or was that fake? Or is the moon hollow? Or is it real?
I think the hollow will be the one we need to really debate. Because Halle Berry said it's the biggest cover up at all. That's what she said in the movie.
She sure did.
The biggest cover up. We'll talk about the RH negative stuff. We'll get some. Barbara Lamb really touched on that a little earlier, so that's some pretty good stuff. What other conspiracies out there that we need to cover? Because I want to cover conspiracies. So this will be the last 5 minutes, I promise. If you got some conspiracies that we want to cover here on Why the Big Secret, why it's a big secret, put it in chat right now. We're taking notes of all of this stuff and some ideas from you, the audience, to think. And I don't think we have any suggestions in Clubhouse. Let me look and see if anybody pointed out any. Nope, nothing new in Clubhouse. Nobody's saying nothing there. They're quiet. They listening. All right. So any conspiracy? Dogman? Somebody says Dogman.
Oh, Dogman. Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Like the dog people from Skinwalker Ranch.
Magneticus, I don't even know that's a real thing. He talking about moonshine motors. I don't know. I don't even know if that exists, but it's funny.
I don't know what that is.
He's funny. Are reptiles controlling our political system? Now, Anthony's going to answer that when he gets here. So you ain't any reptile stuff.
That's a big David Icke. David Icke talks about that a lot.
Okay, so Anthony Mosley says shadow government and crypto. He said cryptids. That would be cool. He's in the Clubhouse side. And we on live on YouTube too. Let y'all know in Clubhouse is where y'all hearing all this from. All right, and the link is up there, the pinned link. If you hop over to YouTube, I do. Nicole
Mothman
definitely has
prophecies.
Dogman.
Mothman prophecies.
See, I don't even know nothing about that. All right, Mothman prophecies.
They had a movie about it. Some
shadow
years
government.
back.
Okay. All right, we got the shadow government. We got cryptids. I'm sorry. I don't know about going down the Bigfoot rabbit hole. I'm just not there. Everybody talk about Bigfoot. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's so much of a legend. We just can't even go there no more. It's like enough.
Yeah, they've been researching the DNA and some of the hairs that they found, and they said that
at that lady's window, right?
Yeah, they said it's some kind of human hybrid.
Oh shucks. We may need to go there then.
They can't. They said they know the maternal line is human, and they said the paternal line is something else.
Yeah, we might need to go there. Yeah, the Sasquatch, as Bridget says, the Yeti, all of the strange stuff. Hey, Roderick, This is Angel. I'm finally caught you live. And you were really late, Angel. I'm glad you're here, but we've been here 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds, 13 seconds, 14 seconds, 15 seconds, and counting. And we're going to be gone soon. So I really appreciate you for coming on, Angel. But Angel's late. She's late. But better late than never. But thank you, Angel. Anything else before we go? Because I've been saying that we're going to go for 20 minutes now.
I don't have anything.
Somebody else said 4 hours. He said I was at work. Okay. Somebody said something about teleport. Some of them teleport. If he's talking about Anthony and Clubhouse is talking about the Bigfoots. All right, Nicole, I'm gonna take you off of here and I'm gonna do a close.
All righty.
Fair enough. I appreciate you. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. Let me do this. Good night. All right, so we're going to get ready to get out of here and put things in perspective. All right, Clubhouse, thank you for listening. I haven't been on Clubhouse in about 4, 5, 6 months, and appreciate you guys coming in for 3 or 4 hours, hanging out on a Friday. And this is Roderick Martin thanking you for doing that. Now to my YouTube audience, if you are new here, thank you. Again, I've been gone for a while, and it's been very good reason. Some days I have to really get out and pick up cans and do all other things to pay the bills. And since we're growing up things, we're doing things here, and so but we're getting bigger. The channel is growing. We got a lot of new content and some creations for you. And hopefully you like the gesture of the idea of buying popcorn, because I've got to try to create a non-invasive way to get you to support things. But I want to make sure I bring it to you. So I'm going to make you the big promise. This will be, like I said, the boldest, baffling, belligerent YouTube channel in the world, creating those captivating conversations that'll certainly cause controversy. We're going to be doing that here. We're going to bring some different perspectives. We're going to go all over the place, but all in a genuine fashion to create the greatness for you and do this. I have no doubt that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. No more worried about some of the smaller things, but the bigger things is that there's a bigger job, a bigger making, a bigger thing that's happening, and we're going to be a part of it, and we're going to go on that journey together, all of us, to you and me and all of us, and we're going to do this right here live and everything else. So I'm telling you, put on your seatbelts, get your feet ready, your shoes, tie the knots, rocket jackets, whatever, because Friday nights, and then we're going to live stream other nights, but of course Tuesday night, I do the show on Forbidden Knowledge TV, so make sure you hop on there Tuesdays. But we're going to do a community thing here on Fridays, and I want y'all to spread the word and put things out. And so definitely like the video. If you have not done this time, please go ahead and like it. We got enough people in here to get extra 25, 30 likes that'll get that algorithm to say whatever. But to let you know, I will trim this video back to the Barbara and Lamb conversation that we had with her for 20 or 30, 45 minutes. So over several days, you'll see it change to that, because I think she said some great things that everybody should be listening to. So with that being said, I'm going to give us our out of what we're doing tonight. And if anything else, you guys should be pretty good. So the out is just going to be as simple as I came in. So it'll be something like, good night, truth seekers, or something. Or should I play the song? I think a lot of y'all like our, short version of it. And that's the long version. But the short version,
let me ask you a question,
is asking that question, right?
Why the big secret? Truth seekers, but really the true leaders. It's time to get the facts from the big secret keepers. UFOs passing by when I look up in the sky. We're out here asking why, but we don't get no reply. We want disclosure, we need the actual facts. They're covering all the tracks, but we're not backing down. It's our time, stay on the grind. Why the big secret's about to blow your mind?
There you have it.